Today we're going to do a review on this SprayMax 2K clear coat. I found this in the hardware store and I find it fascinating because it has a function that you can actually, well, you push in this button and then you get a 2-component polyurethane coating. Well, these coatings are usually much tougher than normal 1-component systems. So I'm going to try to use this to coat this part that you see here in the back. Maybe some of you recognize it immediately, but this is the plastic cover for the tailgate on my Wrangler YJ. And I'll show you what I've done. They're hard to get, these ones. I haven't found them on the internet. Usually the problem is that they crack down here. So when they're sitting on your car, it's gonna be like this, and then you see a big crack here. So I restored this one, but then I reinforced it. I actually built up a new front surface with carbon fiber, and then I filled out this section in the back here where the crack was. The crack was actually going from here down here. So the rear side of it is now painted with matte black, but on the front I have the carbon fiber, and I will show you what that looks like. It comes out here, and as you can see, it has a matte, dull surface. So we're going to use the clear coat to paint this entire piece, and we're going to see if it becomes shiny and nice, and if the fibers come out the way they usually do on carbon fiber laminates. So basically it says that you should shake this can for 2 minutes, and then you take this red piece off on the top here, and that you can do right now, and you push it in to the bottom. That's down here, and after that you shake for another 2 minutes. Then you test spray it and you cover your surface, and it takes about 10 to 15 minutes for it to dry, and the can should be able to be used for, well, 48 hours. That's what's regarded as the shelf life of your system. Well, let's see how it works. So this is it. Now I've been shaking it for 2 minutes. I put this one on here and press. It's not stated how much you should press this. Yeah, that's it. It took quite a lot of effort to get it through. It's almost a bit scary. You're afraid of breaking it. But now we're going to shake it for another 2 minutes. Now the 2 components are mixed inside and they start reacting, so that's why, well, that's one of the big cons with this product, is that once they start reacting, then you only have the 48 hours to use this can. Just about to coat, but I will give you a close-up on what the fibers look like. It's far from perfect, this job, and you can also see that the fibers have moved a little bit while I did the impregnation, and there's also some dirt over there, but I'm going to cover that and see if that disappears. Well, it seems like this nozzle is actually painting this way, sideways. So I'm just gonna do it. It creates a very, very thin layer. Well, I guess I have to do this a couple of times. It seems like this is going to require actually a couple of layers in order to embed the fibers. Well, now guys, I'm on to the second layer here, and I can tell you, although I have a serious drag out here between this lab hood, when you start working with the SprayMax, it's like this is actually a cyanate cured system, and you should get yourself a really good breathing mask. If you coat something small, maybe it won't make much of a difference if you're standing outside, but if you're in a closed area and you sense the smell of paint, you should watch out and get yourself a good mask. So take this into consideration and protect yourself while you're using these 2-component cyanide based paints. So we're going to go on and do the second coat here, and you can see here after 15 minutes it actually seems hardened. It's not even tacky on the sides here. I don't want to put my finger on it now, but it dries quite quickly. So I'm going to apply the second coat layer now, and in between your coats you should also think about blowing the nozzle free from paint, because since it's a curing system, then if it cures in your nozzle you won't be able to clean it up as with a normal 1-component paint. Well, as you can see here, it gives you a very uniform result. Now this surface is actually a bit bumpy in itself, so it requires a lot of coats, and I think preferably if I would do, well, if you should do this job perfect on a surface like this, you probably need to let it dry completely and then coat it again with a sanding in between. But I won't do that in this video. I would just coat it a couple of more times and see if these surface effects are slightly evened out, and then I will be satisfied with that. So this is coating layer number 5. And here you can see a little bit more of the carbon fibers on the side there. Obviously I get more on the middle all the time, so actually in some of the areas here it starts to become a shiny surface. Well, you can now see that for the price you pay, this is about something like about $20. $20 US you pay for a can like this, and this is as much clear coat as you, well, possibly 5 covers of a panel like this, which is 120 meters long, and this is all there is in one of these cans. So one of the negative aspects of this is it's quite expensive. So this is going to be my final coat here, because I'm running out of paint. I'm going to take now on the places where I see that there's a little bit too little. Actually, I could already now say that there's one aspect of using this. You have to have some experience, and this is the first time I ever try this, and it's if you coat too fast, it's going to harden and distribute uneven, so you have to have a movement that actually covers just about the right amount on each coat to be able to succeed and make it a perfectly shiny. If you coat too little, it's going to be spotty, and if you're going to coat too much, you will have it pouring in droplets form. So if you really want to do a good job, you buy two of these ones, and then you try out the first can, and then you use the second can for the real job.
And this is it. This is all of it. I am really curious about if you can use a regular spray paint like this one, and which is relatively weak, as in like scratch resistance, etc., and then just clear coat it with this one and get a much higher scratch resistance. So if you look among my videos, I'm going to do that as a separate review to see if you can get an improved mechanical properties of your spray paint by using this, and how much it is improved. Now I'm going to let this sit here, and I'm going to finish off by showing you this when it's fully cured tomorrow.
So this is how the final piece came out, and well, as you can see, you can still notice some of the carbon fiber texture coming out through the coating, but it's actually more shiny than it appears in this video over here, and it's not perfect, but I'm not gonna bother polishing this and redoing it one more time. And now it's actually time to place this back. This I haven't done much with. I've just changed these wires, and I lubricated the mechanism for the door, and then I have put some rust inhibitor on the screws and coated them with polyurethane coating that won't be affected anymore by rust. And it's going on well like this. So this is how it's going to look in the end. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy this video, and I will show some, well, in another video I will show you how I actually got this piece made or mended it in the broken section. Alright, bye for now.